Hey guys, Danny Johnson here, and we had a lot of fun at Willow Springs Raceway, and I saw this 2004 40th Black GT, and so really cool car, 5-speed parchment interior, and I like that a lot. It's like my 01 GT, pretty similar, and the owner was really nice. His name is Ruben, and so I walked over, and he was just on his own there, just having a great day, and I said, hey, you having fun today? And just started talking to him, and he's the original owner of the car, and so he's having some fun racing it at Willow Springs and has done quite a few laps now, and so we had a great time talking and getting to know each other. And the funny part is he said, hey, your voice sounds kind of familiar. What's your name? And I said, Danny Johnson. And he said, I just watched your video on Lift Points. So that was kind of fun. And so anyway, here's a clip of him going by, having a blast. And so, you know, that's farther than I've been as far as racing it. So congrats to him. He also brought me over to see some of his friends here. This is his mechanic who had this car, which was a 331. And as you can see, it was a Bondurant car, but 331 cubic inch engine. And so here's what it looks like under the hood. All right. You said 331?
331 cubic inch.
Yeah.
Secret is the Kazi heads.
Okay.
P38 heads. We're going to change the induction on it and make another 100, probably another 125 horse.
Jeez. Wow. That's really neat. Race fuel?
Yeah.
Is this a real Bondurant car?
Yep.
Yeah. That's neat. That's really neat.
Thanks.
So you had to really pay attention to the numbers on these cars because there were several Bondurant racing school cars that were out there. So that's really cool to see them still being used. And this one was the 5.0. I heard that it had a cam in it, so I asked and they said, yep, has a cam. You can definitely hear it loping around. But fun little track car. You could see the Bondurant cars were just regular GTs here. This one was a different color. Here's another one, and they were just painted orange. So they did have Cobras as well for the Bondurant Racing School, but these were some of the GTs that they had. And you never know what's under the hood of these cars. Some of them were quite fast. And on this one we were looking at earlier, you can see the side exhaust coming out under the rear scoop, and they said they had to do that because the car was too low and scraping on everything. This was another really cool 2001 GT that we saw there. This one didn't race that day, but it was just kind of driving around, and so it was really fun to see it as well. And this one had a little diffuser on the bottom. We were asking Kurt if it was one that he had made, but it looks like it was a little different. But anyway, cool to see these cars out, and I love to see them at the track. But this one was pretty cool to see. It was an automatic and had the parchment interior as well. And when we got back to the pits, we found Terminated since 03, so follow his Instagram. It was real fun to meet him and talk with him for a while. So really fun to meet everybody in person as they've commented and supported the channel over the years. So thanks to everybody who supports us, and you know, we just love meeting you guys in person, and you're all great people. We just love to see it. And so here's a picture of his car when it was at Willow Springs International Raceway as well. Beautiful red fire Terminator that he has. We also then saw Savage Mach 1. Justin SVT had messaged him. They talked to each other, and when he found out that we were at the hotel, he decided he was going to come over and bring his Mach 1. So we got to hang out for a few minutes, and so I'll give you a quick walk around of his beautiful 2004 Mach 1 black. And he has the amber taillights in it, and the AFS deep dish wheels, Borla attacks, A beautiful car, and the interior of this car was flawless. Just over 100,000 miles on it, so very similar to my red Mach 1, but just a very nice car. And he had bought it with the engine problem, put some new heads on it, had the engine rebuilt, and so he's done some good work on it. His dad owns a shop in the area that we were going to visit but didn't have the time to do so. But very beautiful car, and he's having a lot of fun with it.
When he tested it, he's like, these are magnesium.
So are they magnesium coated aluminum?
I don't know.
Because
but it makes sense because magnesium dissipates body heat. And it doesn't crack or stress.
It's an interesting lower balancer.
So it's got the underdrive pulleys. But the thing I heard from a friend is the kit doesn't come balanced, and that's the issue people run into with these pulleys. So if you mount your stock balancer on the front of it, it balances it for the crank.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's interesting because I did the torque tip.
So we had a ton of fun talking to him, and you know what better place than at the hotel where there you have plenty of time to hang out and just look at each other's cars and start conversations, and you know you can go off and talk for hours each day with all these motorheads. So really fun to see him, and again those Ambers looking really good. He's gonna wire them up pretty soon, but anyway, we had a lot of fun, and here's him driving off. Now, there was also a movie called Born to Race 2, and it takes place at Willow Springs, and they have some Celicas in the racing school, and Justin SVT caught out of the corner of his eyes two of these guys sitting over here, probably from the racing school itself, but maybe it was from the movie, I don't know. But these are cool cars, these little Celica GTSs. I remember when they came out, I was in high school, and the GTS was the 180 horsepower one, so I mean it was even faster than the 140 horsepower GT. And so it's kind of sad to see these cars sitting here. They didn't look like they were damaged. They probably just maybe lost an engine or a transmission or something. I don't know. But these would be really cool to kind of get running again. You just don't see a lot of these Celicas on the road anymore. And I always thought they were nicely designed, good little cars for what they are. So anyway, here's a quick shot of them. The headlights had like stickers over the headlights. So maybe that's just a way for them to protect the headlights on the track and maybe make it look nice while they're doing so. But they were both GTS models, and you know, the sun had definitely faded these ones out pretty good. So they've probably been sitting here for quite a few years now. But who knows what will happen, and hopefully they'll get put back on the road just to see any car in this situation is sad. You want to see them running. So anyway, here's two Celica TRD GTSs. And I always like the taillights on these. They have the nice amber on them. Maybe that's why.
Taillights are still nice.
But other than that, they're pretty decent shape for the body straight lines and everything like that. So anyway, thanks for watching, and stay tuned. We've got plenty more content coming your way on Kurt's Cobra here at Willow Springs International Raceway.